I'll get a position right in this office eventually, won't I? So tonight I wanted to talk about celebrating failure. You may say, why on earth would you want to do that? Failing at something's pretty bloody depressing. Well, I'm not going to list all my failures because we'd be here for a very long time. But I do know that, I believe it in my bones that every single one of those failures is just getting me to, somewhere better. And hell, at least I don't give up. On my manifesto, actually, let me grab a manifesto. Where's a manifesto? Here's a manifesto. If you haven't already got this, you can go to samanthaLeith.com and it is in the download section and you can download it as a little screensaver. But in here, it does say right at the very bottom, probably should have put it at the top, celebrate failure. It means success is around the corner. And I do genuinely believe that. And a couple of weeks ago, I spoke about Ash Barty and her, and the Australian kind of tall poppy thing. And after the French Open, I think there was some stuff in the media that I don't think she deserved, and I think we should have treated her better. But anyway, beside the point. She lost at Wimbledon a couple of days ago. And I say lost because, well, some people go, oh, she lost, she was world number one and then she lost at Wimbledon. She got to Wimbledon, people, enough. But I think the grace with which she handled that loss, or as some might say, failure, has got her. And I know, let me preface it by saying, I know sweet FA about tennis, like nothing. All I know is, in Australia in particular, we seem to have had our fair share of dickheads recently in the sport that I do see play out on media and talk about things. And I go, oh, you really? No, we need better sports people as examples for our children, especially. But I want to read you what she said in her press conference. And I just love this. She said, today wasn't my day. I didn't win a tennis match. It's not the end of the world. It's a game. I love playing the game. I do everything in my power to try and win every single tennis match, but that's not the case. Today it's disappointing right now. Give me an hour or so and we'll all be good. We'll be all good. The sun's still going to come up tomorrow. Yes. And I can tell you, if it's a tennis match or if it's a business where you've lost $100,000, $1 million, if it's someone you've asked out on a date and they've said no, the sun is still going to come up tomorrow. When you're still breathing and you get to get up again and try something else or try the same thing again with a different methodology or a different attitude or a different team, then it's still a good bloody day. So I just wanted to cover 5 things that I think are good little tips about how to celebrate. I'm going to itch your chin. How to celebrate failure. So first one is celebrate that you took the chance that you did something. Do you know how many people go to their graves wishing they had written the book, wishing they'd contacted their high school sweetheart, wishing they'd learned how to poker, as in P-O-L-K-A, not P-O-K-E-R, had a business idea. Can you imagine if the Atlassian guys, who are now like 2 of Australia's wealthiest people, if not I don't think they're quite the wealthiest, but their company's worth $1 bazillion. I'm pretty sure when they were starting in their humble beginnings, they had their fair share of failures in what they were doing, and they just kept at it. So every time something happens, celebrate that you actually took that chance to do something. Use it as a motivator to try again or to try something new. Evening. Because it is a motivator. Okay, well, tick. Method A didn't try. Let's try method B, C, D. There's lots of letters in the alphabet and there's a lot of numbers. So you can keep going on a different route. See it as a stepping stone, like I do. Like I genuinely do. I could be... People that have done dirty on me over the years in business as well. Like, I could be a hard ass about that stuff, but what's the point? I do genuinely believe all of it is just a stepping stone on the right direction, I'm going across the pond, stepping on the stones, and I'm going to get to the other side. Let it feed a fire in your belly. It's like, I know I'm nearly there. Like, let that fire just invigorate you and help you try something else or work that little bit harder. Sometimes a failure can just because you put in 95%, I know I've had to be really honest with myself sometimes when I've failed at things and gone, but I tried everything. And if I sit down and really look at it, I didn't. I absolutely didn't. I was not 100% committed. I was not 100% on the right path. I did not do everything in my power. I did not hustle like a mofo. I didn't do all the work. That's why I failed. So, yeah, be honest with yourself on that one. Another good one to remember is remember Thomas Edison. You know, the light bulb? We're all using them. I should have actually looked up the quote before I did this. But somewhere along the line, he said he didn't fail 10,000 times. He found 9,999 ways it wasn't going to work. Like, what a great attitude. Don't direct quote me on that, but that's the attitude you need to have with failure. Another one is share your failures. We keep them like bottled up like a little protection thing. Oh, I don't want to tell anybody. Oh my God. If I tell somebody I failed, I'm a failed. It makes the failure even more so. It's just not true. Because you know what? Like, someone might hear the message of that disastrous whatever insert thing here and go, oh wow, okay, so that makes my little X, Y, or Z not seem so bad. Or they might look at that and go, oh, they failed trying that way. I bet you if you did it this way, it'd work. It could spark an idea, like it could generate someone. You could really help someone's heart. I know I've talked about in the past on my blog and in talks in various ways, the two biggest failures of my life were actually my 2 suicide attempts. And I think me talking about those, one at 11 and one at 21, is a big thing. Like, thank God I failed at those. But when I've shared my story on those things and why they happen and what I learned out of them, etc., I think that's a big deal. Like, share your failures, people. Don't be afraid of them at all. That's about it I want to say on failures. Tell me how you failed. I've just listed 2 of mine. Do you want some others? There was the retail business. There was the show I couldn't sell any tickets to. Blah-de-blah-de-blah-de. Oh, there was that person I asked out on a date because I really, really, really liked them, and then I kind of called them a few too many times and didn't take the hint. That was a big failure. But thank God we're not together. Oh, that time I didn't get married. Oh, bit of a failure at the time. Felt terrible. You know what? Thank God. So don't be afraid of failure, people. Do not. I genuinely believe I'm on the right path now, and I'm on that right path because of all the other shit. So don't let it get you down, and have a great night. Oh, I can never push the finish button.